Go ahead.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Go ahead and keep talking and see if they respond. How do you send these?
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Can you hear me? Yep. Okay, so now our participants on Zoom can hear us. So let me go back. Do we have any public comment on Zoom?
I'm not seeing any raised hands.
Okay, no raised hands, no public comment on Zoom, and we will again close public comment. We will move on to the regular calendar. Item 1, minutes. Approve the minutes of the September 14th, 2023 meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Motion by Commissioner Sharp, second by Commissioner Bennett. Thank you. All those voting to approve the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any negative nays? No. Minutes are approved 5-0. We'll move on to item 2. And my apologies. Annual initial variance request CCB-22-01. An application request to reduce the required 350-foot commercial cannabis cultivation setback from neighboring residential structures pursuant to Trinity County Code 17.43.050A, paragraph 8. The project site is located at 860 top of the grade, Douglas City, California, 96024. APN 025
I don't have video.
032-000. Applicant X planner B Headkey. Continued from September 14, 2023. Staff?
Good evening, Commissioners. Bella Headkey, Associate Planner. I am presenting 2 variances tonight. So the first one, it's an initial commercial cannabis variance request for CCL 746. As you said before, the applicant is Zulu Ha with Yaj Farm LLC. Apologies if I mispronounced any of
I
that.
think I linked it right tonight.
Myself and Ida Tavakoli, the Environmental Compliance Specialist with Cannabis Division, prepared the staff report. The project site is located at 860 top of the grade. Like we said before, they're requesting a reduction in the 350-foot commercial cannabis variance setback from 2 neighboring residences. The project would operate 8,960 square feet of mature canopy. The project site is adjacent to, or there's another commercial cannabis licensed site to the north. To the south is SPI. To the east is another licensed site or a pending licensed site, and then to the west is a residential single family dwelling.
See the video guidance.
Both of these variances are in very much close proximity to each other. The staff report goes into more detail
Yeah,
about
he
how
wants
it's
to do
consistent with
this.
the Trinity County zoning
Ashley
code,
Piper.
particularly
FaceTime
17.43. And then goes into detail
Ashley.
about its compliance with the general plan and the community plan. And then we speak about compliance with the California Environmental Quality Act. Ms. Tavakoli prepared the narrative provided in the staff report that goes into more detail about SEQA review and that ultimately determined that the project could appropriately tier off of our programmatic environmental document. I also performed a staff visit, particularly for, I think I might be getting that, so I'm gonna try to, particularly for this variance in order to measure using a handheld rangefinder, the closest distance from cultivation elements to the neighboring residential structures, and also to take pictures of the site in order for you all to be able to see what the current condition is, and if
I'm not
available, I'd like
very
to get a
adept with
viewpoint of
these
the
things,
distance
Ashley, I'm
between those
sorry.
things. Sometimes vegetation, that can be hard to get an exact picture of the distance between the neighbor and the site, but when I can, I'd like to. As part of this variance, we also
Jesam li ja na pravom Zoom meetingu?
that allowed for the neighbors
You what?
adjacent
Jesam li ja na pravom meetingu?
or provide
Okay.
opposition or consent to the project prior
Jesam li
to,
na pravom meetingu? Pogledaj.
I give them a 2-week commenting period, but I would absolutely accept anything after that and to the point of hearing. But we didn't receive anything from any of the neighbors, any type of public comment, consent, opposition. And let's see, so the purpose of that practice was so we could find out if the project can justify finding number 3, which is required of variances by state code. And the staff report goes into more detail about how the project conforms with all 5 of the necessary criteria in order to justify a variance. And with that, with the record, I recommend that the planning commission approves this project through adopting resolution PC 2023-07. And as you see, the site plan is attached. I also do a buffer to show you the aerial of the distances, as well as pictures that I took on site in general plan and zoning designation. So with that, I would take any questions.
I have a question about it's probably is simpler than making it, but it says that item 2 is an annual initial variance request. Does that mean that this is a request that's done every year because of the variance?
So the way that the code is set up right now is applicants have to ask for an initial approval from the planning commission. And then annually it's renewed by director's use permit.
So they've already done that. So it's not an initial. It's,
This is an initial.
okay,
They haven't
because
done that before.
one says annual, one says initial. So that's why I was asking.
It is confusing. I'll take that into.
Okay. So this is the first.
Yes.
Okay.
Other questions? I have one. I was a little confused. So, if you look at, I guess, attachment 1, figure 4. It looks like there is the residence on the east side.
Mhm.
But it says east on the table, it says residential single family pending commercial cannabis. And then on the table, it says west residential single family. And I'm wondering if those aren't backwards.
I think they are.
So the west part, the parcel that's on the west side,
Right, is a single family residential with no commercial cannabis. And then the one
Right.
to,
the one on the east side
yes,
is just the residence.
no, the one on the east is the residence and the one on the west is the commercial cannabis license.
Excuse me, Chair.
Hang on a second.
Ashley's gonna come down and see if she can't get this fully operational. Do you want to pause for about 10 or 15 minutes?
Okay, so we are
'Cause they're
still
still
having
having-
technical difficulties.
Yeah, and they're having trouble hearing. They were,
I get the sound better, but the video's still not.
yeah. They have sound but no video.
Okay, so just for our Zoom participants to make sure they are fully integrated, we're going to wait till we get some technical upgrades. So we will pause we'll take a break for,
She said she'd be here in about 10 minutes, but
okay, so we'll take a break until 6:30.
thank you.
Thank you, sorry for that, I apologize for that.
Can we operate without video? I think we can go with just sound, can we? If they have the ability to communicate with us.
You get to be able to see your facial expressions.
Yeah, I think
Really?
then, yes,
For some reason,
that's
that's
why you can't zoom in and turn off your video, that's not allowed.
Well, there you
Okay, so we will return at 6:30. And again, I apologize for the technical
Let's-
difficulties.
Mute everybody for right now. Sure. I don't either. There we go. That's, sorry. Manually mute. I don't trust it.
No, while we were doing that, one of these guys unmuted and started.
Oh, see, I didn't get on the right thing.
Right.
Okay.
You're right, that was a mistake. Okay. Just to make it clear.
Right.
No, you're right. Yeah, yeah, you got it. Sometimes when you're, yeah, just mess it up. Yeah, I did all of those in the super part. That's why. Awesome. You have to take that. That's what I appreciate. Yeah, when I, you're doing this in and out, this was okay before. I mean, that wrapped up, but you know.
Yeah.
Human errors.
Well,
They pop up.
I love the maps, I'm like drilling down on the maps. And I was like, oh, hey.
I know the previous really like that residential setback. matches up. It's really helpful to see, and especially to see the elements and not comments.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if everybody, can everybody see the chats or just, no, is there a way to chat
Well,
with everybody?
It came up in here last, when Vidette and I did it, but that's because we ended up disconnecting that.
Mm,
I know this isn't a helpful time, but I feel like maybe 5 planning commission meetings. Run in the afternoon. After every, or before every single.
they said there
Always
wasn't,
seems to be a rare.
I know, we always seem to
thing you
get the
can't count.
problem, and this doesn't want to stay in, if that's supposed to be in.
I don't think it is supposed to be in, that's not,
I've always done it with this.
yeah, no, you don't, we only connect the HDMI when you want to share it, PowerPoint.
Mm, yeah, see, it comes up sharing content with that in there, so I don't need this. Let's let's turn on all these things. I'm gonna have chair announce that we're going to restart the meeting. Because I'm pretty sure this is saying it's gonna log us out in a few minutes, so I'm pretty solid that I didn't get
Yeah,
in
because.
on the
for
right
freezing,
thing.
You only have a certain amount of time, but you have a Zoom account.
Mhm.
Indefinitely, so. makes
Yeah.
sense.
Hopefully she'll get here in time. Maybe just a couple more minutes. Stay.
Yeah.
Double sandwich.
Yeah, second half sounds it for Monday.